the day of judgment. Amen. A few days ago, I was in Sri Lanka. Beautiful place, really nice. If you haven't visited, perhaps you might consider visiting. It's really nice. And they told me that there is a brother who does hijama. You know what hijama means? Hijama is the cupping. So I said, oh, I'm interested in that if possible. They said, he can come here tomorrow. I said, I will go to him. Why should he come to me? Who am I? And they said, no, he will prefer to come here and he will come at this time. And he came and I did the hijama. And it was not the first time I did it, but it was really, really good. It was more of a dry cupping. There is a difference between the dry cupping and the wet cupping. The dry one, without the suction of blood, but rather it doesn't come out, it's there. And the wet one is when they slice it a little bit and there is blood that comes out. So when I got to the UK, there was another brother who was doing hijama, and this time the wet hijama. And I decided I'm going to go for it. And I went for it, and it was so beneficial and so good. And you know, there are little cuts which heal very, very quickly, but all the bad blood is sucked out. It's a sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. And you feel so good. It helps you, your health, your pain, everything else, you know. People say, how do you manage? I don't manage, but subhanAllah, it's the help of Allah. And I think hijama actually really does help by the will of Allah. So I thought, there might be a lot of people who don't know so much about it, or who might have heard about it, but don't realize how important it is, and the fact that it is a sunnah, you get a reward for it. So I decided, you know what, not awrah, but I decided to show my back, a little bit of it, right? Showing where the hijama was, took pictures, one was with the cup and one was just after that, and trying to say a good word about it to promote the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ with no other intention. And it was not awrah, by the way. Awrah meaning it's not the private parts of a man, no. But I posted it, I said something good, it was on Instagram, and one or two people had said a few things, and I thought to myself, well, you will always have people say things. You know, when you post something on social media, you need to be responsible. That's correct. But secondly, you need to know that sometimes you are as responsible as possible, but people will have things to say. Not everyone is happy with your happiness, and not everyone is going to agree with you. And some people, when they respond to you, they will respond with bad words, because that's how they behave. Don't worry, I remember, you know, a brother supposed to have studied Islam, supposed to be a scholar in his own right. He passed such a bad remark in a chat group that I'm a part of, that I had to respond in a positive way, because he displayed that he himself does not bother about the words he uses. And I was praying for his children, because I'm wondering if this is a scholar who spews such bad words from his mouth. Imagine what example he will be for his own children and for those whom he teaches. May Allah protect all of us. May Allah grant us goodness. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, so I posted it. And a little while later, I have a family chat group. I'm sure all of us do, right? I have a family chat group. I hope we do. I hope we do. And if you're in it, if you're out of it, there's a problem. If you're in it, behave yourself. Say good things, mashallah. And if you want to correct people, say it in a nice way. There are 1,000 ways of telling someone something. Anyway, so my wife says, you know what, I think that picture should be deleted. Which one? The hijama one. It shows your back. It's not a good idea. So subhanAllah, I said, 10 seconds later, deleted. Gone. Why? The topic today is how to make your spouse happy. That's why. What did it cost me to delete it? I could have thought the sunnah, I could have argued back, I could have said it's not awrah, I could have said this, I could have said that. But all that doesn't make your spouse happy, which is something compulsory. And this, which is just something permissible that you could have promoted in another way, why do you have to argue about it? To delete it is no big deal, subhanAllah. I thought it was a reward to post it, and it was an even bigger reward to delete it, subhanAllah. Yeah.